Good morning. Welcome to Money, Markets, and Motivation. We've been away for a while because of internet difficulties, but we are back. Our word of the day is avoir du poids, a system of weights based on a pound of 16 ounces or 7,000 grains, widely used in English-speaking countries. Humorous, weight, and heaviness. So let's see if we have an example. The cookbook listed measurements in avoir du poids, weights, but I need to convert them to my measuring cups. So there we go. That is our word of the day. And now let us go over to our S&P 500 heat map. This is what the market has been doing. It did have a sell-off, and it is bouncing back. Google had a nice run. Meta was up about 4%. Where we have a big stake in, App Loving is doing well. We'll take a look at that later. The banking sector seems to be doing well. Industrials, so that's a quick look there. You can see the NASDAQ is just holding steady right now, pulled back. And then I believe it's kind of like a dojo here, waiting for more information. And we got a bullish Harami, and sure enough, it is taken off. Let's go look at the S&P 500. It's doing about the same. We got a dojo here and bullish Harami, and it just keeps trending higher. Look at the equal weight in the NASDAQ. It's looking healthy. It's actually a little bit stronger than the NASDAQ, and the equal weight in the S&P 500 is looking pretty well, although this looks slightly like a hanging man. So we'll see if that does retreat. Small caps, Russell 2000. We have a nice little shelf here, and it looks like it's breaking out of that shelf today. And go over to the Dow Jones. Dow Jones is pulling back, tried to move higher, and it is pulling back. So let us take financials. Financials are looking strong. Looks like it's trying to break out of a little bit of a shelf here. It's holding right along this moving average here. Take a look at KBWB. It's moving higher as well. Energy look like it's moving higher, although they think energy costs are going to be stay muted for the next year or two. Aerospace and defense still under its 50-day moving average. So to wait to see if that can get a move above there. With the Meta and Google, this is trying to break out. Take a look at Meta. Had a big sell-off here. Had a gap up today. That's a huge gap up. Take a look at Google. It's holding kind of steady there. Right over here. Looks like we got a double bottom on Google right over here. So once it cleared, the middle of the W here. That was the time to buy. That's right about here or this day, and it would have paid you dearly in a nice payoff there. Let's take a look at the VIX. Yes, we would take a look at this VIX here. Screen isn't really showing it, but it is severely down. Not sure if that is the right VIX that I actually wanted to look at. Take a look at this one. There we go. That's the one I wanted. So the VIX is trending lower right about 1780. Had this big spike over here where we had sell-off. Can't really see if there's a gap. We had this gap over here. We'll see if that fills that on a downturn. We have this gap over here. So we got two gaps to fill on the low side. And can't really, we got this gap over here as well on the high side. So that's something to look out for. And now we're going to take a look at the 10-year. 10-year Treasury. We're going to skip for the time being. This is uranium nuclear energy. Looks like it is bottomed here. This is big sell-off, but pink rally day right here. And right next to it is a bullish Harami. So this is it. I think this is what you call an inverted hammer. Very positive bullish. Looks like a couple of dojis in a row. Did pull back a little bit, but it is back off to the races. We got a huge bullish Harami right over here. And let's go over to utilities. I'm going to pause for 1 second. So we're going to move on to utilities. Are bouncing a little bit. They've had a big sell-off here. Retail has had a pretty strong recovery here. Coals had a big gap up last week. Look at this move. Just continued on moving. Not as much of a big move here, but it is trending up on TJX companies. Real estate, kind of holding steady. This is what had been leading. Biotech just continues on this breakout here. Just look at this huge move. IBB, huge move as well. the other biotech, software. Had a big sell-off and is trying to bounce back. Let's look at Dave. Yeah, I had to pull back there as well. And look at HubSpot. That is a pretty big sell-off there. Technology. Had a pullback, trying to get back, get its mojo back. Let's see if it can break out here. Infrastructure. Infrastructure looks pretty well here. It's trying to break out here of this kind of shelf pattern. Semiconductors. Had a nice pullback there, trying to break higher. Airlines. Had a nice move there. I believe United Airlines, yeah, looks almost the same as jets. So it'd be safer to move into jets. Industrials. Moving higher. After this pullback to, I believe this is the 50-day moving average. Got support there. On to healthcare. Healthcare has had a pretty good run. So this day right here would be a breakout. Look at this bullish harami, followed by similar one the following day. Get a little bit of a pullback here. And this is like an ascending base. It's pulling back right now, but this has been on a huge run. Pullback in consumer staples. Just can't seem to go anywhere. Consumer discretionary. It's up a little bit. Let's take a look at Amazon. Amazon tried to break higher and now is pulling back. And Tesla. Got a pretty strong bullish harami right here. Just draw the line right along here. You can see this would be a breakout. Cell B, building materials. Not quite a double bottom here, but pretty close. We'll just see if it can break higher to get above 90. Metals and mining. Sold off here, and I was trying to move higher. We got a double bottom here, pull back here, pull back lower. Place to buy it would be right about this day right here, around 96.29. And we looked at that one already. I believe this is home builders. No, I guess we have not. This is home builders. Looks like a little bit of a shelf pattern here. See if it can break out of this and move higher. We do have a double bottom here, right here, and almost looks like a couple of double bottoms. So once it clears this 110.71, that would be a buy point. Take a look at Lennar. Trying to move higher. Yeah, Lennar has broken above the W pattern. And uranium. This is definitely a double bottom. Kind of a lopsided double bottom, has a long ways to go to clear the W. So I would, on this one, I would kind of draw the line right over here. So if it is able to clear like 49, 49.60, maybe a buy point right in there. So let's see where the big money is flowing today. AXGN, huge move today. Pretty strong bullish harami right there near the top of the zone, 33.98. See if we can get some volume indicator. Got some pretty good volume there. We can see right over here. Yeah, huge volume. Continuing on. BAP. Kind of lost my cursor here for a while. Credit Corp. Yeah, this is huge bullish harami right here. It's so-so volume. Coherent continues to get buying volume last 2-3 days. So broke out definitely right here. Believe this would be a buying day if you wanted to buy yesterday. And it's just following through today. Just go down and take a look at the volume. It's so-so volume here. Just hope that it picks up in the coming days. IMAX. That's after a big sell-off. I'd continue to watch this one. AGX, Argon, engineering and construction. At a gap down, pulling back here. So I would put this on your watch list. Nothing ready there at the moment. In the semiconductor area, at a big pullback here. Looks like it could have been bought yesterday. It's definitely clearing this area today. We got a double bottom here. It's just cleared the middle of the double bottom. So that is where you would put your buy at. MXL, Max Linear, also in semiconductors, is breaking out of this pattern here. Had a big sell-off, gapped up over here, and has just got continued buying in it. Yes, 2 days ago had the highest volume in this base. So that is just showing you institutional management coming in. Bloom Energy, which we have a very small position in, had a big sell-off here. It is bouncing, provides a lot of alternate fuels for data centers. Let's just take a look at the volume. Volume is kind of muted. 2 days ago had pretty good volume, so that looked like that was the initial buying by institutions. Futu. This is the Chinese brokerage company. Seems like it's kind of going nowhere at the moment. I just kind of continue to watch this. Put it on your watch list. A light, pretty well extended. Momentum. Time to buy would have been on this gap up right here. Continued higher. A little bit of a pullback here, and it has been off to the races ever since. Take a look at a couple of dynamic issues. Palant here, had a gap down here, pull back with the market, and is fighting to get back here. It is up ever so slightly today. Does sort of look like a hanging man right there, so that's what I would watch out for. Over to NVIDIA. NVIDIA is getting a little bit of a bounce here. Had a gap up on its earnings and then has been pulling back ever since. But we'll see if it can set up the right side of the base. It's kind of a watch for the moment. Apple Computer. It's pulling back a little bit here. We have this 2 times long Apple ETF. Moves 2 times the volume of the Apple shares. And a big pullback here, and it is bouncing back right now. We'll see if this creates a handle here. Looked like a shelf here broke out of the shelf, and right now is got a slight pullback. Microsoft still kind of churning, unable to move higher at the moment. We looked at Tesla, Meta, Google. Take a look at Netflix. It's kind of in a no-touch zone at the moment. Eli Lilly had a huge run here. Now it's pulling back. I'd wait to see if it can build the right side of the base here. And that is it with Lilly. And this is App Loving. Had a double bottom here. We bought over here like right around 400 initially. We did add recently. Went up to, I believe it was 570, 677 the other day, pulled back. And right now it looks like it's at 6. I'm not sure if it's gone up to 683. I'm going to take a look at it on another chart just to make sure. Yeah, it's at 683.79 right now. It's kind of hard to read this chart as it appears to be right around 600, but it's at 683.84 right now. So we will see where this goes. It has a variety of price targets, like 745, and I believe right around 830 as well. So we'll just see where app goes. I know it has high earnings forecasts going up over the next 5 years. So just continue to hold app. Take a look at Dutch Brothers. We bought the 4750 option right down over here. It's trending well. And then we have two other options at 65 and shorted at 6750. So that is later in December. So we're hoping that it can continue to trend higher. Here we got the double bottom. The buy point would be right over here, right around 59.71. So that's Dutch Brothers. And this is one that we took an option in for January. We bought it right around $12, and then it gapped down again. So it gapped down here, and it tried to hold over here, and then it gapped down again. And it is getting some buying option. Kathy Woods is taking a big stake in this. So we'll just see the 12-month target is right around $22. So that is that. And that is our show for today for the chart analysis. Now we're going to close with our quote of the day. Quote of the day comes from Randy Pausch, American educator. When there's an elephant in the room, introduce him. I like that. So this has been Money, Markets, and Motivation. Hope everybody has a great day. And take care. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. And in the meantime, pick up somebody that you need some assistance out there. Try to make somebody smile. Just make their day a little better. In the meantime, take care, one and all. We'll be back tomorrow.